Well, I will say this camera is better than using that webcam I had. It does seem more clear to me. But we have Heidi, Chris, Darren, Fernando, Neil, Schmoke, and yeah, back to Sunday for now. And Dr. V. Dub, thank you, sir. Chris, Darren, it was lots of ants, what it was. Lord Mark and Jorg. And yep, I am a father-in-law officially, Darren. And James and Wayne. And see, yes, thanks, Chris. The wedding was great. If you could tell, I'm probably a little tired still. It was a long 3 days altogether for prepping and cleanup, although Heather was the mastermind and creator, for it. And thank you, Lord Mark. And Mr. Ricky Elder, how are you, sir? I'll be seeing you this week, I think. And Gary, thank you, Wayne. I appreciate that. And Bob and Adam, how are you, brother? Yeah, the wedding was great. It really was. Like I said, I decided to go back to Saturday. Or no, what is today? Sunday. Got my days mixed up. I think it's easier. We tried the Friday nights, and you know what? I think a lot of people are out Friday nights, and I understand that. Although we had quite a crowd. But Sunday nights, and why I did this, starting at 9, and then sometimes it goes on for a few hours, which tonight's going to be about 1 hour, just because of a lot of tiredness in the brain. But anyhow, I thought it's easier to start it at 8 o'clock, and that way, everybody can still go to bed at 10 or what have you, so that's why this is there. Don't forget the no return policy. It would have been cool to fly you in, Adam, so you could have did everything for me, the vows and that. Scott, thank you. And thank you for being at the wedding, brother. I appreciate that very much. I really do. And thank you, Jorg. I appreciate it. And Bob Putty said the wedding cake was awesome. She did a great job. That's the first one that Heather ever had made, in all honesty. Hi, Andrew. How are you? And thank you, Schmoke. That was the first one, Bob, she ever made. So I was very proud of her. She had designed all the decorations for the reception hall, so to speak. So it took her weeks and weeks of doing a lot of that. And I'm very proud of her. That was a lot of work. It really was. And, Adam, it crossed my mind more than you think it did. But you have enough pressure. And then I know it would have stressed you out trying to figure out how to, get up here and do everything, which you could have just stayed here. But I wouldn't do that to you, but it did cross my mind. And Jackson's Garage Wood is up, my friend. Yep, Heather's in the background. She's trying to get some paperwork done tonight. So she wanted to be in chat, in all honesty, but she had stuff to do for work. And I said, you know what, just you stay in the background and say hello a little bit, because I know that she was away for 2 weeks and then straight into the wedding, and she got behind, on a couple of things. But Heather from Pictures, you did a great job. Thank you, Darren. I appreciate that. And thank you, Chris. And WA, good afternoon. That means you are somewhere out west, maybe. And welcome, Heather. Congratulations, Delta. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. Scott and Vicky for attending and the gift. I think Vicky made it. Jim Johnson, how are you, sir? Heather, maybe a side gig. Yeah, more Beetle parts, huh? Yeah, she went from a 2-week dog stint staying elsewhere, which is hard when we're apart. We're pretty close. And truthfully, that was tough on her, straight into a wedding. But only 4 likes. Oh, come on, folks. What do we got in here? We got 34 watching, and we only have 4 likes. So let's kick. Oh, there's 28. Okay, it must have updated. But I showed 19. It probably didn't populate on some of them. Thank you, Schmoke. But had an interesting right, Darren. See how I kind of slid that in there? Sue's working on dishes, but says, "Oh, she's watching on TV." Hi, Sue. How you doing? Sue and James are always here. I even got the video chat with them maybe a week and a half ago. I can't remember now. Just getting older, things weird with memory, with time frame. And I hear it gets worse. How worse could it get? Am I going to wake up one day and not know where I'm at? I mean, which is possible. But thank you, Scott. It was a beautiful haul. I think everybody had an amazing time. I would like to think so. I've seen a lot of smiles. I've seen a lot of happiness and joy, and that was really wonderful. You know, she probably ain't too tired. Didn't realize how much to decorate, but we got it done. No, not we, Heather. You got it done, not me. All I did is carry boxes. Heather really shocked me with what all she accomplished in the decor. I know she decorates our home, and you all see it at Christmas time when I take my week break at Christmas and show the house tour. Not that we think we're anything special, not that, but I like showing her Christmas decor at Christmas time. But I didn't know she could do a wedding. Maybe there's more stuff she knows that I don't realize, you know. But I had an interesting visit today. A sponsor came, and it must be really raining really hard, and brought some things. Mr. Rhodes, how are you, sir? I sent you an email. Let me know if you got that. I was about a week late on sending it, catching up on emails, but yours was in the spam box. I've been having that happen, but let me know, Mr. Ron, if you did receive that email. A sponsor showed up today, and I filmed it, and that's not going to be the Sunday's video. I'll put it up maybe in a couple of days, just an extra video. But a sponsor came to my home, also attended a wedding, and from out of state, and brought some stuff that made my jaw drop. Seriously. Yeah, that video will be up in a couple of days. Let me see here. Heather, I told Slade, always remember your efforts, and the son-in-law can always be reminded constantly. Alita, how are you, dear? Welcome in tonight. Package will be sending you out with your magnets. Yeah, I'm going to try to get that out tomorrow, Wayne. I never did find that tiny BB, and the guy with the carburetor has been very quiet, so I may not be able to get one. I wished I had an extra carb body on hand. I had that one. Man, I literally bounced that thing on the bench to break that baby loose because it's been in there forever. And all I heard was tink, tink, tink. It hit the floor. I had magnets, magnifying glass, cheater glasses, LED lights. I heard it hit metal, which is weird because it's concrete floor. I don't know where it went. And after 3 times up the garage, I can't find it. I think it's a 0.125 BB size, ball bearing, whatever you want to call it, but I can't be certain yet on that bit. I'm still trying to see if I can recover one from somewhere else. He was looking for the BB one. I just seen that now. Heather knew I kept running up the garage. She's like, "What are you doing? You keep running up the garage." Because I thought if I came back down the house and then went back up, I'd find it then, but it didn't work that way. Recovering from a knee surgery that I had this past Thursday. That's not fun, Alita. I remember you talking about that. I think your shepherd might have hit your knee, or am I getting confused? And Sue said hello. I got to see her on video. Let me see. I just cut the chat short. Just wanted to pop in, congratulate you folks. I have family over. Hope y'all. Oh, thank you, Chris. You didn't have to come in. Family first, brother. Thank you so much. Enjoy your night with them, and we'll catch up soon, brother. Thank you so much. How's the son-in-law with sanding? Sanding? He likes to do body work on the side, believe it or not. So actually, he is pretty good. Sponsor visits, you're cool kids now. Yeah, you know what? No, I've had a few sponsors here over the years. Well, VW Trends magazine sponsors me in their magazine every 3 months when it comes out. There's a big article in the back. I don't know where my latest edition is, but where the heck did it go? Actually, I wanted to show it because I thought it was really cool. And I don't think it's this one. Truthfully, let me see. Give me 1 second here. I'm seeing if this is the newer edition. Yeah. Here's VW Trends Magazine. And of course, you know, VW Trends Magazine came to the house. It was fun when we filmed it. I don't know if I have that up right where you can see it, but that's in every edition. He put that in for me, and it's a quarter of page, which I think is really, really cool. You know, so I thought that was real nice, and I can't seem to center it on the video, but I guess that made sense. Tabitha, get out of there. And I'll never forget that day that Dan came here. That was a lot of fun. It was a fun day. Got to spend time with him eating dinner and coming in the garage. And I don't know how many of you seen that video on the channel, but it was a lot of fun. But 2 days, maybe Wednesday, I'll have the video up of who was here and what they actually gave me as sponsorship. Pretty big. 2 items. They're huge. Excuse me. Recovery is rough, pain is crazy. I just have to trust the process. Yeah, Alita, and take your time. In all honesty, don't rush yourself because you don't want to reverse the situation. You know what I mean? Not that I'm a doctor, but maybe I should open another channel. Dr. Slade. I could give all kind of crazy advice. A certain true story. I feel bad he went through so much searching. Wayne, I tried. She even said, why do you keep going up the garage? What are you doing? But I thought, you know how that deal if you walk away from something and you come back? I took out about 20, 25 minutes later to cut the piece off of the carburetor because the BB was not coming out of that hole. Probably was in there for 50 years. But I kept squirting stuff down through it, and I just seen a hint of it, and I'm like, smack on the bench. And it did come out. It did come out. So it went somewhere. What is your email, Slade? I'd like your input on a few things. Here, I'll type it in. It's easier so that you can just copy and paste it. Oh, that was in capital letters, but it's okay. I didn't know the caps lock was on. There we go. And that she should show up now. Tristan, and he's Cool Guard 2. We got lucky. And John, what's up, brother? Hey to you. Jumping in late? Nah, it's not late. I got a 68 Beetle. I'm waiting to get work done on it. I've never seen a 68 Nestle. Wait for 2000, so I'm going to have a look at it instead of mine. Cross fingers. Oh, good luck, Andrew. Just check. You already know this, though, but, you know, check the frame had really good, like, that stuff, you know, that's more important than the other things, you know. But 2000 sounds really cheap. Well, at least where I live, 2000 is cheap, you know, so just make sure that, you know, you're good to go with it. Gina, thank you, Wayne Willow, for adding me to this. Thank you for being here, Gina. I really, really appreciate that very, very much. I hope you brought snacks. We're counting on it. I think that's why Wayne brought you in here. He's trying to save the day and be able to send it to you. Yeah, I actually was. That was upsetting. I wanted to be the hero on that, but I'm not done yet. Even if Heather pops the box in the mail to you tomorrow, which we're probably going to while we're out, even if I have to send the BB separate, I'll find one. I guarantee it. Let me see here. Kitten. Oh, is she here? Hey, get down. Come here. Get down. Thanks, Smoke. I didn't know she was on Heather's desk, and she'll start pushing the keyboard buttons. So delivery, I'll have to add some homemade dried Italian sausage. Ooh, now that sounds tasty. Jeremy, good human. What is up, brother? How are you? Oh, Italian sausage. I love sausage. Oh, really healthy too. I subscribed VW Trends now after watching your interview with the owner, awaiting my first issue now. Yeah, they're actually every 3 months, and I'm glad that he brought that magazine back, because I can't imagine a magazine that's been out of circulation for, I forget, 20 years? I don't even know. To bring it back in, like, that had to be a crazy amounts of work and copyright and everything, patents. But he did it, and I'm so glad he did. I really like their magazine a lot. I really do. No malpractice insurance is expensive. True, Bob. True. Heather put something up once during the plague. We'll put it that way. You got to watch what words you use now in here. And truthfully, she put up on how to like just keep your hands clean, homemade stuff to save money, to keep yourself safe, just, keeping your hands clean, different stuff. I got to watch what I say on here. And they literally ripped her video down. Like, she didn't even do anything wrong. It was weird. Your cat in the background is so cute. Thank you, Andrew. She's a rag doll. Yep, she's cleaning herself now. She's a rag doll. She's a year old, so she's still a baby, but thank you. She's delightful. She really, really is. I fell over my shepherd in a kitchen back in June for mentions, and the rotator repaired most of it, but I was told that I'm going to need a total knee replace. Wow, Alita. I didn't know that. I thought he ran and hit your knee. I wasn't sure what happened, but Lily, we have to watch because a lot of times she'll run towards you and she don't mean to, and she'll hit your knee, and that really hurts. It's like hitting a brick wall. And excuse me, I apologize, but knees is what scares me. I try to take good care of my knees as much as possible. I think I'm going to start wearing knee pads in the garage in the winter because kneeling on that cold concrete all the time, and I'm getting older. I'll admit it. I got to try to do what I can to keep moving, because when I quit moving, well, then it's game over. But I refuse to do that. But yeah, Smoke Kitty in the background. You're welcome, Tristan. No problem. I'll help you the best that I can. Let me see here. Boom, 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 boom. 44 watching and 37 likes. Let's get the likes, people. Yeah, please hit the like button. I appreciate it very much. And I hope, well, thank you, Alita. And Betsy, thank you for being in here. I don't remember your name being in here. Why do I know the last name, though? That's weird. The last name's clicking. But thank you for being in here. I appreciate it. I'm getting it checked tomorrow morning because it's reddish and some brown. Oh, yeah, you might want to get that looked at. I mean, I know that was quite a few months ago in chat that you were telling me, technically what happened to the knee. But it's, you're younger than me, obviously, but, we got to watch our body as we get a little older. It's not much fun. I always thought, when I get older, I'll be chilled out, feel great. Yeah, something went wrong about that crap. So, Gina, so I got a 73 Super Duper, been in the shop for 6 months. Wow. They rebuilt the engine. I've picked it up and brought it several times. This last time I got in, it ran and died the next day. And well, that could be like numerous things, from carburation to fuel pump to wiring. It could be a lot of different things, but I would definitely make them look at it, my friend. That's, if they had it for 6 months, then I would like to think that they could make it right, in all sincerity. She's so cute as she had a red eye. Oh, no, that's all right. That's where her tongue belongs. Yeah, she's back there cleaning, number one. I think she was. Oh, no, she's relaxing. Anytime I come in here to edit videos, she's got to be like in here. I have foam pads for that. Yeah, you know what, Smoke? My daughter bought me a pair, I think like last Christmas or something, and said, Dad, you're kneeling on that concrete all the time, and they are a gel type knee pad or something. I don't know. I call it gel, GEL. But I do have a foam pad in the garage. Funny you brought that up, because when I was looking for a ball bearing the other day, 3 times in the garage for Wayne, my buddy here, I was dragging that foam pad around and putting it down, and then I'm thinking, I better keep flipping the foam pad around to see if the BB was stuck in it. So, my life's weird. Kevin, what is up, buddy? How are you? And let's go Blue Jays. Hey, who all got together today at Farmington? Shout out here. I'm wondering if you guys all found each other, because I was very busy the last 3 days. You all know that. So I didn't get to keep up on if you found each other and what went on. Last time I picked it up, there was a screw missing on the ignition coil. It shorted out. Mechanic said there was a short now. Don't know what else to do. Well, I think he needs to find it, especially if it was in there for 6 months. I mean, that makes sense. And that's why I said it could be wiring. A lot of times people think it dies because of fuel, but a lot of times it could be in the wiring. I would definitely start checking around, make sure all your grounds and everything, you know, are clean and tight, you know, things of that nature. Obviously, it's hard, you know, on here to diagnose something like that, like real quick. But genius friend I was helping. Oh, okay, Wayne. Of course, on the AC compressor, I was thinking may have burnt out the condenser and distributor. Honestly, replacing the condenser first would not be a bad idea. I didn't know what all history like until she was talking on here, you know, what happened to the car. But the condenser is a cheap thing to change first, just to see, in all sincerity. But you think the mechanic would be able to find that. If I could have hands-on on these cars that there's questions, boy, it'd make life nice. It needs to be new, some type of I don't know, something out there where I could go hands-on from online. My knees and elbows sound like I'm popping bubble wrap. Yeah, you know what? My elbows are fine. My knees, they click once in a while. But to be honest with you, they were doing it when I was like 15. That was a couple hundred years ago. Mine do that a lot of times. My store screws foam pad. Mine stores screws foam pad. I just have that foam pad from like Harbor Freight where they snap together, which they're good for kneeling on. You know, I got them from in front of my workbench, and I don't notice that when I'm standing on them, but when I'm kneeling on them, it really helps, you know. Don't like medium rare, prefer to be well done. Good time at Farmington. Outstanding. Outstanding. Kevin, you're made at home. Safe, I assume. Okay. So Kevin and Darren, I'm hoping Adam made it and they met each other, because I did not to keep. Oh, wait a minute. He said something right down here. Okay. And April. So it sounds like everybody met up. Let me see here. Boom, boom, boom. I just got out of control and scrolled so far that it was crazy. There we go. My friend's got a Brazilian bus, but for some reason it's only running on 1 and 2 cylinder when I pulled the head leads for. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would start checking the distributor cap, things like that, start from scratch, you know. I always like to set the valves first on everything, then, you know, do a compression test, things like that, and go from your cap to your wires, if that makes sense. Otto, what is up, brother? 46, we're at 48. I can't tell how many likes we have, but hopefully climbing. 4 and 3, nothing happens. Yeah, I would start from scratch, Andrew, just like I was stating, and that'll at least get you on a path to start out, you know, to find out what the issue is. Kevin there and Junebug and myself. Outstanding. Oh, Junebug, hey, he better have that hoodie on. He just bought a hoodie, or maybe a t-shirt. I don't know how warm it was down there, to tell you the truth. But yes, Darren stopped a few times to eat an antique shop. Yeah, you got an antique shop. Heather, I'm still voting Chrome. Neil's got Heather's back, that's for sure. He's relentless with this. He's just getting me. I was talking to my buddy Johnny the other day, and they have that black chrome. It's the only way I can say it. A black chrome. And I found that interesting. I found it on something. But I was looking at my chrome, my original German chrome, and if I'm going to get chrome, I'm going to have to buy a new one of them crappy, cheesy, poopy kits. But, you know, but if I go black or black chrome, then I can cover, you know, mine with the paint, and it would make them look beautiful. So I'm still kind of like back and forth on that. I need to paint the car first. Adam, Kevin, and I were at Farmington. Junebug was there too, but I didn't get to see him. Oh, what a bummer. Oh, man. I know Junebug was excited to see everybody. And he's an awesome guy. He honestly is. Let me see here. Trying to see where we're let off. Boom, boom, boom. Sometimes the chat jumps, and then I got to back up and check because I don't like to miss anybody. There we go. And on the older 1200 engines, is dual porting worth the investment? To tell you what, Jim, I've never had a 1200, brother. But a lot of people like to switch over to dual port on it. I've seen some put a little larger pistons in, but truthfully, you know, I know this is going to sound crazy, but the single ports have more torque and more low-end power pulling up. I know it may seem crazy, but it's true. But, I mean, you can do it. if you can possibly go to a swap meet and grab some dual port heads, things of that nature, they're in good condition. To buy all the new stuff now, I think for the horsepower difference that you'll get is, slim, for it being worth it. Parts are so expensive now, well, they have been for quite some time. And Adam said, and April, thank you, Neil. At least someone is on my side. Neil's been there. He's been on it. My pinky fingers will lock closed sometimes. Yeah, you and I were talking about that on video chat, Mr. Rick. We were. And the only thing happens, my hands cramp up once in a while, but I guess that's normal, from wrenching and ratchets. We met up with Adam, Darren, Oliver, and Junebug. So you guys did find each other. Because I have a good call. Yes, April, Kevin, much for half. I didn't see any of there, to tell you the truth. Oh, that's right. I wasn't there. 46 likes and 48 watching now. We are almost there. Thank you, Alita. She is always on it. Always on it. I need to send Alita some stickers. Kevin, give Kevin a shout out. Made 2 license plates from pictures I sent him. Oh, man, nice. Oh, I guess you can't. I was just going to say to show them. That shows you how burned out I am lately. I'm telling you to show something on here. How would you even do that? I had an idea for Kevin recently, and now I can't remember what it was, because he likes doing them designs. Like he did my mouse pad. Hopefully it's showing in the... It's always a delay here. Oh, there we go. And but there's other stuff. He made inserts for our cup holders, and we use them, obviously. Keychains. Like, he did a lot of cool stuff. Actually, too, the license plates that he made me with Slades VW Beetles in my shop, and you can see them in the background when I'm filming. But he does some nice stuff. He really does. Let me see. Jim Bug had the hoodie on. All right. He got a good color one. I never bought one that color. It's like Adam, was it like a cream color or something like that? Like, I thought it was a really, really cool color. Hey, hi, Curtis. How are you? And welcome in. Black chrome wheels are sharp. Well, Rick, and you'll see when you're here, because I think I'll see you Saturday. I don't know what the date is. I'm sorry. I'm not near your notes that you had sent. But when you see my chrome, it's original German. It's heavy, you know what I mean? But it's gouged up a little. But I know if I spray it, it'll fill that in with filler primer and then like a black chrome. And if not, I know if I buy that new chrome trim, they're just poopy. They're just junk, Still plugging along with bodywork in the Beetle. Bailey, did I tell you how much I hate sanding filler? Well, James, did you try the stuff that I use? Either Rage Gold, which is hard to find now for some reason. I don't know why. But the one video I showed, I used Evercoat lightweight body filler. And when you use that, oh my goodness, it's like, instead of hitting it with heavy stuff, you hit it with like 800 grit lightly, and it sands it right down and smooth. The stuff is amazing. I love it. So getting back to Gene's lecture, if the starter is turning and the positive side of the coil... Wait a minute, my thing just jumped. Why does it do that? Let me scroll back. Every once in a while, it'll jump and the whole chat flies through. There we go. Give me a check. Electric with the starter is turning, and positive side of the coil is getting current. Wouldn't that leave the distributor the only thing left to check out? So let me reread that. The starter is turning and the positive side of the coil is getting current. Wouldn't that leave the distributor the only thing left to check out? Well, technically, in a way, unless you have a burnt wire somewhere. But like Andy was saying, he put up a good post to you on Facebook. But honestly, I would check the distributor. I would check the condenser, though, to be honest with you. I really, really would. Absolutely. He made a couple for me. Made it look like my business card. Gave us some cool mouse pads. And Adam, he does. He does really, really good work on there. He really does. And Moose, what is up, brother? You on the road? Brazilian bus checker distributor lobes. I've seen Brazilian distributors have flat lobes. Yeah, and you know what? I think I brought that up in a short recently. I think I'm too tired. I brought this up in a short recently about the lobes. It's funny you brought that up. because I seen some of them kind of wearing down, and they were old distributors though. They were old, and some guy said that has nothing to do with anything. Really? Try running a camshaft with no lobes and see what happens, you know? Clinton, good to see you. Been crazy with your work last couple of months. Hey, Clinton, I'm glad you're here, brother. I'm glad you're here. And Wayne, are you getting spark at the points? And Tony, how are you? A Volkswagen carburetor has spacer, excuse me, on the spark plugs. My car has good power. Does that mean I need major repairs or could beat my valves? I've never had Honda Man. Welcome in from Finland. What time is it there right now? I've never had spacers on spark plugs before. I've never had to do that before. I don't know if you need a valve job done or not. I don't want to tell you to do something that big if you don't need it, but probably a little more information on that, like what happened and why that got done with the spacers. Thanks for shout out, guys. I was just being honest, Kevin. You do some nice stuff. You really do, in all sincerity. Heather took the cup holders, obviously, because I don't have them in a Beetle, and she has them in her truck. Well, SUV, which is really, really cool. Okay. There we go. If not, then change the condenser. If still no spark, suspect bad coil. That's very, very possible, in all honesty. I always change the combination up on a lot of that stuff so I don't end up breaking down somewhere when I get them on the road. It's red or maroon. And yes, Saturday. That's what I thought, Mr. Rick. I'll have everything ready. Well, there ain't much for me to get ready, but you know, I'm going to have my son come down, Rick, once we get a time frame figured out, because it's nice to have that extra person here because it's kind of on a uphill grade slightly, and it'll need pulled up out of there with a chain or whatever, you know what I mean? That won't be an issue. I'm 35 and knee hurts most of the time, but my job is hands-on cleaning cars and doing servicing, so it gets pretty hard when you got carpal tunnel in both hands. So, oh man. Yeah, Andrew, that's not fun, in all sincerity. I think the worst part is the knees, you know, getting up and down constantly in the lower back, because I spent a million years bending over fenders of cars constantly. And even when I was young, I remember I would straighten up after a while and think, man, you know, if I was doing head gaskets on like a small block Chevy or something, you know, in the shop. And our bodies take a beating. There is no doubt about that. But then we got to keep moving. So we feel, no, we don't feel better. Never mind. Moose o'clock. Yeah, they are, Schmidt. Parts are crazy everywhere now. Even the shipping is up high. I mean, in all sincerity, it's getting out of control, to be quite honest with you. It's red or maroon. You want to rust it and ice it. V8 Nate, what is up, brother? What's that, hon? I thought Heather said something. Spacers on the plugs, non-foulers. There, he's previously on very worn engines, so the plugs won't get oil fouled. And you know, Nate, I used to have people when basically they'd bring their cars in and go, it ain't running right, years ago. And I would go ahead and clean up the plugs and put some non-foulers in and tell them, you know, we're going to be tearing this down soon. And they'd always throw a fit on me and say to me, well, can I bring it in, you know, just maybe once a week and you can clean the plugs and put them back in? Well, yeah. What the heck? Why not? I got nothing better to do all day. Just went in and watched episode 2020. Got my Beetle in 2018. Your videos made me a pro. My 1776. Thanks, Slade. I just noticed last night it was never subbed. I am now. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Well, you know, a lot of people, I think, don't know that they're not subbed. And somebody just said that, unless it was you. Somebody said that on a comment on one of the videos. And the last 3 days have been hectic for me. That's why I haven't been on very much. 4 days, really. But honestly, somebody just said that I didn't know I was subbed. And then somebody couldn't find the comments when they were on their phone where to comment at, because they stuck this AI crap on there, and you got to scroll to the right so that you can comment. Like, I wish they wouldn't have changed so much crap around, but thank you for subscribing, Michael. I appreciate that. I always tell people, hit the notifications. So weekly, when I do update, it pops up on your phone and it'll say, hey, you know, Slade just posted a video and is being stupid or something, you know. Uncle Bon, how are you, brother? Well, that just put a smile on my face. And coil was replaced. Unfortunately, I don't have access to the car now. I'm going on what Gina is telling me and talk to the mechanic that caused this whole problem to begin with. Yeah, that's kind of like what happened there. And I'm trying not to go that direction. It sounds like the mechanic got a little silly, and he should make that right if it wasn't doing it before. And I'm not trying to aggravate, a mechanic, because I would get people come in, and just a simple job like get my brakes changed. I changed somebody's brakes from or what have you when I was a mechanic. Then they go, my heater core's leaking. It didn't do that before. It's like, what? But it sounds like he could have caused that issue, Wayne. And I'm sure you know that too. There's no doubt. There he is, popular contest. How have you been? That's what I said. I just put a smile on my face. I last time I talked to him in real life, we did a video chat on Facebook, and that was months ago. And he's such a blast to talk to. It's like a party when we're on. Slade, you're hearing voices in your brain. Too many rum and cokes last night. Actually, Wayne, you know what? I was the only one there not drinking because I was technically the bouncer. So nobody asked me to be. I just chose it, technically speaking. She's talking to James and Wayne. If coil was replaced before it was shorted, still be damaged. The primary winding, smoke points, condenser, still not fire. It only leaves the coil. Yeah, I mean, you're getting down to the coil is, what it amounts to, technically speaking. But I would still actually go over it a little bit more. Still check that condenser on there, no matter what, though. But Uncle Bon just said hello to V8 Nate and Heather. And Uncle Bon, how's Batman hanging in there with that new edition? Hopefully he's being cool. I'm sure he is. Let me see. James, this is my car. What my car was talking about. Missed you, Uncle Bon. Carol, how are you? We're late because Mike fell asleep after working on this for 9 hours today. He's awake and here now, though. Outstanding. And a wedding with a bouncer. I had to be, because I only had to deal with one person. It was a calm situation. I just pulled him aside and talked to him. People get to drinking and they start having fun, and one thing leads to another, and then they become annoying, and then I gotta go, come here, I gotta have a talk with you outside, and it was fine. Not a big deal. Everything was good. Everybody was happy. Yeah, weddings do get wild. And it was nice, It was on the smaller side of a wedding. I think there was 80 or 90 people there. Excuse me. And other than that, though, it went really fine. The food was good. My daughter and son-in-law are very happy. The in-laws, I shouldn't even call them the in-laws. I don't like referring to them that way, but I don't want to put their names on here. I don't know if they would like that, but really super great people. Thankfully, my son-in-law's parents, we get along with extremely well. They're very down to earth, and that makes such a huge difference. It really, really does, in all sincerity. I understand that Gina just offering a path to start looking at. Absolutely, James. It's hard to diagnose something on her sometimes down to a T. It's like you got to go through a series of issues. You know what I mean? That's why I always tell people to try to post on the Facebook, because then we can break it down, which I jumped on earlier real quick and seen Andy had posted a long message about it. And then I couldn't stay on just because of too much I'm trying to catch up on, By the time tomorrow comes, I'll be back in gear with everything. I'm sure I even appear a little tired. We only had one guy. It was awesome. We danced all night. Heather danced. I didn't. Well, I danced with my daughter once, The DJ was playing some weird music. I don't know what happened. My daughter gave him a list, and then I don't know what happened. It kind of vanished. My 1300 B just got on fire. Ugh. I was lucky. Only engine wiring harness needed to be redone. Wow, you were lucky, Honda, in all honesty. Say Honda, it keeps reminding me of my old CB750. But honestly, try to think of a blaze system for it. I know they're not cheap, but man, if it ever just ignites, bang, it puts it out immediately. I'm getting one for the 68 before I put it on the road. Although I try to eliminate all fire issues with barb fitting on the carburetor. I relocate the fuel filter down underneath, things like that. And I just went down a whole rabbit hole. Make sure internal appearance wiring is not grounding out smoke. That is actually a good idea, in all sincerity. Batman found her Treats little annoying sister. I gave her a second and third name. Fiona. They're short. Oh, she. I thought she left Uncle Bond. I'll be checking your video tonight before bed. I got a notification from your channel today about the El Camino, but I'm sure you know my day's been crazy. The last 2 weeks have been really, but today was a little nutty still. But what a cute kid, though. Wow. I guess you sent me no, you put a short up. I'm sorry. Wow, it shows you I'm out of it still. You put a short up on the new baby. So beautiful. And the first thing that did come to my mind, though, is like, how's Batman doing with this? Because, Fifi's cute. Heather went in a video on Slade doing his boogie. Nah, there's too many cameras now. I'm not stupid. I wasn't getting up on that dance floor. I mean, she's always very easy in the shower. I wish she'd quit doing that, What's up, Bandito? You get in the shower and she gets on the side of the tub and you see the curtain moving. She didn't do it to me, but with Heather once, she fell right in the shower. She's real clumsy. I don't know if she drinks a lot or what, but she's a cool cat, though. I love her. I really do. He didn't fast dance, only me. I was hip hopping. I sure hope there was no video. Oh, trust me, Heather, I was watching you. There's probably video. Don, how are you? And let me see. He was telling Lita, there's problems. I feel like Superman, and I'm not. Yeah, good night, Adam. I hope you have a great start of your week, brother. I always feel like Superman until I do stupid stuff. And then I realize that take my time, get the job done right, and don't rush. Have a good day tomorrow, Adam. Thanks, brother, for being here. That cake looks so amazing. Thank you, Uncle Bon. I put a lot of effort into that. I really did. Well, okay. Heather made it. Uncle Bon's thinking, I'm moving in with them. Cake and pizza. It'd be bad news if he was here. Poor guy. Peace, ASG. Let me see. If I missed any. No, there we go. And thank you. Good night, Adam. Be kind to your boss. Adam's been fighting with his boss a lot, pushing him around. I think he called the cops on him once. That was weird. Duke, what is up, brother? I was just talking about you today, or somebody was talking about you in a very good way, of course, that was here to visiting me. I think you know who that was. And we're gabbing about you. And you know who I mean. And he's an awesome guy. And I'm not saying tonight because he brought some stuff here as a sponsor. So I'm waiting until the video goes up in a couple of days. Good night, Adam. It was good to see you today. Good night, Darren. Yeah, I needed to be nice to the boss. Hey, Adam, if you're still on here, try to scare your boss and put a 2 weeks notice in. If you do, please do a video on it. You can go back and forth in the mirror thing. Adam, actually, the joke here is Adam retired and a very good electrician. If you're in North Carolina and you need somebody reasonable, this guy was on the phone walking me through stuff, took out his own time when I was wiring up my garage. Amazing. But he does great work. He's very down to earth. Kenneth Smith, how are you, sir? Good evening, Slade. You have a great channel. Help a lot of people, including myself. 74 Super Vert, and I was able to do my shore bushing replacement. Nice. I'm glad, Ken, and I'm glad the videos are helpful. I really appreciate the kind comment. That's what this is all about. I've got parts vendors helping people. I've got guys that own their own shops helping people. Like it helps a lot. The videos, we try to do everything we can. We really do. And we have Eric Godfrey. Hi, Slade. Love your videos. They're helpful us for our first restoration. A dream come true for us anyway. You rock, man. And thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. I really, really do. That's very nice. It's good to hear when the videos are helpful because it gives me that momentum to keep going. If I know people are using them, it really does. My boss won't fire me and he won't let me quit. Adam, ask for a raise. I'm telling you, ask for a raise or threaten him. I can see Adam almost laughing, to tell you the truth. Of course, I got to be around Adam in person. What a good guy. What an awesome guy. I can't quit laughing now because it's been kind of a little bit of a running joke since he's, doing his own thing now. But yeah, it's nice to know that people are using the videos. I don't even know how many videos are up now. To tell you the truth, I can't remember, 300, 400, or 500. I'm not sure. And I try to categorize them to make it easy on it. There's a playlist on YouTube. If you click on the channel and then playlist, and it'll at least do a breakdown if you're looking for a certain video. And I don't think some people know to do that, in all honesty. Michael got some spray paint that matches the original orange almost perfect. Is it okay? We mentioned the company here. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I have no problem with that. Yeah. Honestly, I forget. There's one company, and I'll see what you name, that does factory spray paint in a bomb. They'll put it in a rattle can. I just forget the name of them now. And they do all factory paints, and they're supposed to be pretty close. It's a base coat, clear coat. Oops, wait. The screen jumped. There we go. Company was Express Paint. Okay, now that one I don't know, Carol, Mike. That one I'm not sure of. That's all she does is bath. That's all she does, Kevin. It's 24 hours a day. At least she's clean. But Express Paint, I never heard, Carol. Were they reasonable, on the price and everything? Just looked and it says 665 videos. Wow. Okay. And I said about 300. Oh, okay. Well, there's a few then that should be helpful. Some of them are probably shorts, but it's, wow, I didn't know I had that many, to be honest with you. Keith, what is up? I just want to pop and say I'm doing better. It's going to be a long road. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Keith. And I messaged you back the other day, but then I didn't want to double message you again and go, hey, what's going on today? And then start driving you nuts. But I'm glad, brother. You've been through a lot. So I'm hoping now that this is uphill instead of even level. I hope it's uphill in a good way now, brother. CarQuest will match and put it in a spray can. CarQuest? Do you have CarQuest near you, Darren? Because they all closed down near me. I thought they went out of business. I didn't know. Dog, I'm glad to hear you are doing better. Yep, everybody knows Keith on here. We always wishing him luck. Well, good night, all. Slade and Heather. Thanks for all the homogeneous car. Have a great week, Slade. Check the soles of your shoes for the BB. You walk around with it. Hey, Wayne, before you leave, that ain't no joke. When I got down the house, I had a weird feeling and I flipped my shoes over. And I did look. I'm not done yet. But you may get a box in the mail before the BB. Because I got to try to find another carburetor for you, brother. But hey, have a great week, Wayne. And I'll catch up with you tomorrow, obviously. Dog, I'm glad to hear. Please keep us updated. I have a long way to go, but I hope it gets better. I do. Suffering like crazy, and I still feel there's no reason for all that. This is insane that we are not better than this by now, but I don't want to get into all that on here. Yes, we have them here. Wow, that's really weird, Darren. All of our CarQuest closed around here, and I think Advance Auto bought them out. I'm almost certain, because when I go there, sometimes I'll get a CarQuest box, and I'm like, that's weird. That's maybe they only closed up this way, Darren. That's weird that you said that. Time to call tonight. See, brother, it took me 2 tries to get the like button to work tonight. Thanks, Scott. I appreciate it, brother. And good luck tomorrow. Remember to warm the metal up with a hairdryer. I was texting you earlier about. And warm that grudge up, good brother. Advance Auto bought on CarQuest app. Okay. All right. That's what I thought. I got a, well, she is really bathing herself a lot. I got something advanced the one day and it was a CarQuest box. And I'm like, that's weird. So that makes sense now. Slade paint is a little pricey at $25 a can, but it flows real well. It matches so nicely. And see, honestly, 25, it may sound like a lot, but imagine going and paying a body man to touch something up or do a fender or anything. You're talking a lot of money, Miss Carol and Mike, in all honesty. Well, not Miss Mike, you know what I meant. But truthfully, how bad really is it? It's not that bad. I mean, what I'm doing with the Spray Max 2K Clear is a little pricey because of the cans of clear. And then the job after that, I'm going to do somebody's car in a 2-tone because, like I said, I don't know who caught this before. After the 68 is done in 4 to 5 months, bam, over. Club members' cars are coming into the garage, and that's who I'm going to be doing for a while. And one of the ones is a two-tone paint job done with regular spray gun and compressor. So I've done each flavor: Rust-Oleum in a gun, Rust-Oleum in a can with 2K clear and hardener. And the next one will be base coat, clear coat, or acrylic enamel. You know, I'm excited about doing club members' cars after mine. I think it'll be a different shift for the channel. Excuse me. One second. My throat's dry because I never shut the hell up. I think it's nice to do the club members' cars. I think it will be great. I think it'll be a big flair to the channel. We'll still be doing DIYs, but you're going to see other people's cars, and I think that'll be great. And I hope some of them will be in a video a little bit, you know, with their car. Sorry, everyone, I forgot to let you know I am here. My man Slade and his lovely young wife, Heather. And thank you, Dawn. I'm glad when you stop in. I really am. And so I tried to make it a little earlier for folks. I think it's a little easier now. Carcass is good about ordering stuff for you, too. So, Darren, you actually have a CarQuest store? Like, I'm freaked out by that because I thought they literally closed. I'm confused. I think it was like oil change saga. Keith. Oh, Keith, you got a sense of humor, brother. Because I know absolutely what you're going through because we text. And, I don't know how you can smile or laugh. And I give you credit. That's what we call strength. There's no doubt the prayers do work. Tomorrow getting my new empty exhaust, and I should replace the thrust bearing. It's making weird noises. Thicker oil. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Sometimes we got to joke around. Actually, I need to get a narrowed sway bar for the front of mine. I'm going to get an empty narrowed sway bar. I think it's 3/4 inch. I can't remember the one I need, the size of it. But they got so much stuff out there. Even that mods video that I did. I launched it today. That's right. I was talking about their GTV 2 cylinder heads, and some guy I know was talking about them, and they're supposed to flow really well. I just went down a rabbit hole with that. Do you have auto value stores in your area, Slade? James, I've never heard of them before. We have O'Reilly's, Advance, and AutoZone. All of our little independent mom and pop shops, sadly, have left. Except we have one down the street, and I can't. His prices are a little high, sadly, you know. But that's about all we have. Auto Supermarket left, also Beacon Auto Parts left, CarQuest left. I can't think of the other ones now. They're gone. We lost everything, in all sincerity. We have them here also. What the heck? I thought Advance bought all of them out. I am so confused by that. Unless they didn't, maybe they kept the name. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. In some states, like, that's really crazy. They used to mix paint for me and put it in spray cans. Oh, speaking mixing paint, James brought that up. We have Napa. We still have Napa around, and they mix paints, put them in spray bomb, stuff like that. So we do have them still, too. I forgot about them. Vance owns all CarQuest. All of them in Kentucky are Advanced or closed. Wow. Yeah, there was a lot of change that went on there, in all sincerity. I can't quit coughing. Good night, Andrew says. It is 1:53 a.m. Rather be at work in the morning at 6. Oh, my God. Try again next live chat. I'm glad the way. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for get some rest, man. Well, you got 4 hours and boom, you're going to be up at work on, why did I hang out with them guys? They're bad news. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you for joining in. I really appreciate it. You said it, Slade. And Curtis, what part of Kentucky are you in? And hello, Heather, will you be on? Heather won't be physically on here tonight. Actually, she's getting some paperwork done, and I've got to go soon because I got to run out with her still tonight. Oh, the fun never stops. And Marvel Mystery Oil. I can't think why Schmoke just said that. Oh, unless he was talking about the bearing thing, maybe. Yes, we have CarQuest store. That is really crazy, Darren. Wow. Actually, the CarQuest parts that I used to get, I had no complaints about them, oddly enough. I really didn't. James and Uncle Jerry watching live from the Bay Area. What is up, James? James and I, well, I mean, I try to answer messages as quick as I can. Actually, on my messenger, I think I'm like 3 or 4 days behind on messages answering. And I feel bad when it happens, but I think people understand. I do get hit a lot with them. They have super customer service. And yes, a 3/4. Okay, I thought so. Until I was talking to you today, I almost forgot I need a narrowed one. But that would have been weird, like getting one and going, why is this thing so long? But yeah, 3/4. Thank you. I thought it was. I just couldn't. It's not clicking. Our Napa store sucks. Really? Oh, we have some good Napa stores up here. I don't really go to the local stores now. And the reason being is our Jeep still got the bumper to bumper. Now I'm sure if I need brakes or something soon, then I'll go to Advance or O'Reilly's, for a set of brake pads. But I bought that extended warranty, and yeah, the Jeep's going to the dealer tomorrow. Got to get a loaner car. But honestly, I used to live at Advance Auto Parts and O'Reilly's, and how lovely Tabitha. Wait a minute here. If you're going to clean like that, we're going to go like that. There we go. But I haven't really. My stuff's all like Volkswagen parts now. So, Amazon screwed me and didn't deliver my much-needed wheelchair. Got doctor's visits and will have to endure. Oh, I thought you were joking at first, Keith. Wow. Oh, Amazon's been going downhill lately, though. We have Amazon Prime, and instead of it being 2 days or whatever, sometimes it's 3, 4, 5. It's like, are you serious? Kevin, Richmond area to Kevin and Slade. Michael would like to be featured in a video, but he had some prostate trouble and it is a wetness protection program. Carol. Okay, that was good. I try to compose myself on here. It stinks. I would complain. Yeah, I would too. Oh, Carol. Curtis, I'm to our south of you in Middlesbrough. Now I'm going to have to utilize that joke. Bingo, bearing noise. And hello, my friends, because James stopped in and a few times. And website does say CarQuest is backed by Advance. Oh, okay. That would make sense. 20% refund, but you still got to struggle, though. I'm sorry, Keith. They should have said no charge, but that's just me. I mean, customer service stinks with Amazon. I don't like dealing with them if I don't have to, because I can't talk to a real person, is what it is. I'll get somebody and I can't understand them, and I'm not being mean, but it makes it very aggravating. Curtis Gotcha, we're up to Richmond. Western Auto, we didn't have any here, Darren. And funny you brought that up, because I watch a lot of that Recollection Road and stuff. And it's like, remember the 60s, remember 1975, and I'll put different stuff on of what we had. And they kept naming Western Auto. Now, you're not out west, obviously, Darren, but that means they were on the East Coast. But I've never had a Western Auto here. So maybe they didn't think it was lucrative up here to, put one in. I don't know. Kevin, love the Peddler's Mall. Oh, that almost sounds fun. Let's get the likes up. VW family. We have 47 people. Lonnie, what's up there? How you doing? Miss V threw a tailpipe last week. I saw that. I saw the picture. I've had that happen, believe it or not. It threw a tailpipe. Is the collar still there to put a new one on? Like it's not rusted or anything crazy happened? I like buy local first, but crazy how parts I can't find. Any auto store I found on Amazon. Cat needs an Only Pause channel. I should probably open out a buy it and open an Only Pause channel, and I probably never have to worry about anything again. Welcome in, Croc. That's funny. And there's a lot of stuff on Amazon. I try not to go on there if I don't have to. I'd rather support people, local VW shops. When I say local, I mean like Pennsylvania. There's one near me that I won't support. It's like 45 minutes from me. I just don't support that one. But outside of that, I'm watching the rebuilding of the swing axle trans. You know a lot. Glad I found you. Thanks, Dawn. I don't know everything. I don't think anybody really does, though. You know, that I try to show what little I do know, which isn't a lot, but I can make pizza. I got the phone number and called them. They transferred it to USPS for delivery. Oh, geez. You know what, Keith? Every time I order, I'm not trying to complain about the post office. When they send it from UPS and transfer it to the postal service, I don't even know why they do it. Every time they do it, I get screwed. And I get my stuff like 4 or 5 days later. I don't know why that happens, but it's been happening a lot now. That kind of made a little more sense now. Only pause. I should buy that.com before somebody else does. People be putting their animals all over there. Well, then I'd probably get weirdos doing stupid stuff, so probably not a good idea. Haven't heard Weston Auto in a long time. Curtis, I'd never seen one in real life. I just know that on that retro stuff that I watch, I've seen that brought up, and they're like, Western Auto is no longer around. I'm thinking, I never even heard of them before, you know. Carl, what's up? BCM, how are you? And I see a putty tat. Yeah, I had is she done cleaning yet? You done clean? No, she's still cleaning. Jeez, must be pretty dirty. Slade, check your phone. And let me see something here. Real quick, I got my phone near me. Wow, that come out good. That come out nice, Adam. That come out nice, brother. Sorry about that. My phone's sitting right here, and Adam and I are pretty close. I wanted to check that real quick. Those actually come out nice, in all sincerity. He just showed me, well, I don't know if he wants me to say, he just showed me something. Lonnie, she got to turn around for being explicit. Dirty kitten. She was just laying there, and then, you know, when I go on here, then she starts doing stupid stuff, but I think she might be done now. But you done, kid? Huh? You joining in? I love her to death. I really do, for except when she does crap like that when I'm live. But, oops, I just kind of moved you over. Lily's looking, but I don't want her in here. She'll act like a jerk. When the furries channel, it will all go to litter box. Yeah, Adam just sent me his business card, and it actually looks really nice, in all sincerity. It's, I wish he lived closer, because I get along with a lot of these folks so well, like family. And let me see here. Here, Jack Man, for sure. We're waiting for the hairball. Heather brushes her nonstop. Wait, Tabitha. Hey, kid. Hey, Tabitha. You done, honey? Jeez. I love her to death. Heather's constantly trimming her nails and brushing her, and then I deal with Lily. I end up okay, we're done. There you go. I end up bathing Lily and trimming her nails, brushing her teeth. She's actually really good about it for a Rottweiler. She really is. What? Turn her back around? Okay. Adam, what kind of pictures are you sending? You can't tell secrets in live chat. It was from his OnlyFans account, but what? I can't hear. Heather's yelling from the other room. I don't know what she's saying, but I forget what I was saying now. Can you believe that? But anyhow, so what do we got coming up? Wow, Lily's flying through the room. We had the sponsor here today, so Wednesday I'm going to put up a video of what they almost said what he brought, the stuff he brought, because I like to show recognition when somebody is sponsoring with stuff. I even brought up a couple times Misty when she'd helped me out with parts, sponsors that send parts, stuff like that. I always like to do that. It's an appreciation thing. Heavy Metal Mikey. Hi, people. New the bug world just bought 3 weeks ago. Pretty much needs everything, but no rust. $1,000. Wow, that was actually a good price. And welcome aboard, first of all. Excuse me. And if you got one with no rust, well, I'm Northeast. So if you even buy a brand new car in a lot, it's like sketchy. But honestly, you did really good for $1,000. What year, Mike? And standard, super? Give us a little info if you're part of the family now here. Darren, I sent a picture of the tag Kevin made, and you see here. So anyhow, trying to. There we go. Sometimes the chat jumps. Whoop. Oh, Tabitha left. She must have got mad. Wednesday, hopefully Wednesday/Thursday, there will be a video up of how they're messing with the stuff that the sponsor brought. So that's going to be Heather video Wednesday, probably Thursday. So Heather video, and this Sunday I'm going to have to start on that dash so I can get the interior done. I was thinking about something, a little bit of input here, because I do stuff ass backwards. I always do. I'm supposed to. I was thinking about going ahead, since the headliner is done. We're doing a metal dash. You already know that. I was thinking about going ahead and the following week, sanding the dash down and painting it in this specific order. And painting, the heater channels and the inside of the A and B pillar door frames. So getting that done. Then I was thinking about pretty much having Heather do the carpet install, put the seats in it, like get most of the interior buttoned up, and I just won't put the steering column in. So all that done, and then mask off all the window openings and obviously, the door openings, and then sand the car down and paint it on the outside before it gets too sketchy and cold here. So that's the order I've been considering doing it in. And I don't know another order I want to do it in is the thing. And I know I'm going to have a lot of overspray, so I'm trying to get like some of that out of the way now where I can put a fan in the window before it's like 2 degrees out. I just got behind this year on a lot. But I want to get the car done within 4 to 5 months, because as soon as the weather breaks, so to speak, I want to start getting the cars in here to club members and get them worked on for them who live local. Well, one's going to bring their car pretty far distance, about 4 hours away. And we're going to go ahead and do something kind of unique on an oval. You have no idea what this adventure will be. I think it's a good flair for the channel. Like I said, the DIY videos will always be there, and there will be new ones, but sometimes you'll just see episode 1, 2, 3 if I'm going ahead and doing a club member's car. The oval is going to be fun. There's some ideas that I have for that. Slade, I belong to the Old Fort Volkswagen Club from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and we really appreciate your show. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that very much. I really do. Thank you so much for being here. And Old Fort Volkswagen Club, I've never heard of them yet, so that sounds interesting. If you're on the Facebook group, post some stuff about that. I think that's cool, and thank you so much. Or if I can help by giving a shout out on the channel on one of the videos for your club, I'd like to do that. Are you watching the padded dash holes? Oh, welding, which restaurant found some cool coins, badges, buttons, plug them. You know what, number one? I was going to weld them shut, those 4 holes, the grab handle and 1 on each side. And wasn't that cool? But I'm not going to weld them shut in case I ever want to go back to a padded dash for any reason. So I found either little skulls or dice, these chrome buttons, and they all are threaded, with all thread and then another on the back. So those existing holes on each side, I'm going to put something cool in them, like a little bit of bling. Yeah, bling wasn't a good word. I'm not a bling guy. And go ahead and do that instead of permanently weld them shut. And I did pick up wait, I'm not in the garage tonight. I was going to show the tachometer I bought, but I think I showed it last week when Advance had them on clearance for $11, them Bosch tachometers. I might use the hole on the driver's side, number one, I found it one time, and I didn't bookmark it like a bonehead, was a place that sold all kind of different brackets for tachometers, because it has that little hump so the tachometer sits on the steering column. Well, truthfully, I need one that can go onto that and then have a bracket coming off of it to bolt to the dash. That probably made no sense what I just said, but I knew what I meant, you know. And John Jump, have you done a video on rebuilding CV axles, try to save some money? No, I haven't, in all honesty. I've always replaced them. Now, if you mean the IRS, I think that's probably what you mean. I do have an extra, Lily, get out of there. I do have an extra IRS German axle sitting in the garage. I could probably do a video on that. But basically, the only thing I've had to do on them, and nibbling guys, sure. Only thing I've ever had to really do to them is take them apart, clean them up real good, you know, the bearings and the guts of it, and put them all back together. And there's, to tell you the truth, John, there's a little bit of messing around with getting them back together. People think you just boom, 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 put them together. But the last time I used Empey's axle, and that was, I don't know, 3 years ago, I think. I put one on a Super Beetle I did. And Robert, how you doing, brother? And I used Empey's IRS axle. And I know the guy that bought my car, it's 3 years ago, he still has it. And it held up just fine. But if you are trying to save money, trust me, I know the feeling. I'm like tapped out right now. So I'm trying to watch every penny so I can finish my project. I like to buy the parts in advance and have them on hand. But really doing the rebuilding of it is not horrible. They're really not. I mean, you could take them apart completely and grease them. I don't know if you're having an issue with yours, that it's clicking or something wrong. You know what I mean? But they're really, really not that bad, though. But, okay, I got to head out here, folks, because I got some running to do, even though it's late at night. I have to run to Walmart with Heather because I don't like her out there alone at night. But I just rebuilt CV axles. It was fairly easy. Yeah, it's not hard, Ken, in all honesty. It's not a big job. Swing axles aren't fun to play around with. You know what I mean? Yeah, I needed a haircut bad because I got tired of wearing a hat in the videos, but my daughter was getting married, so haircut was a must. I'm supposed to get my haircut every 4 to 5 weeks, but you know how that goes. I'm lazy about it. But hey, I hope everybody had a great weekend. I see we had 60 people in here at one point, so I see Sunday nights probably are a little better at 8 p.m., so I think we're going to stay with that for now. But I hope everybody has an amazing week. Check out Thursday's video with Heather in it. It'll make sense when you see the video. There's going to be 3 videos this week. Tuesday, Thursday, and then Sunday. So it all makes sense when you see all the videos this week. So keep your notifications turned on because there's going to be quite a few videos this week. I hope everybody has a great week. Thank you for being here. And to the new folks that stopped in, thank you so much. Feel free to stop in every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And everybody, bless you and be happy. Whoa.